Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be looking at my 2024 coloring book collection, and just to remind all of you who have been watching my channel, and of course for my new viewers, I started my adult coloring journey in April of 2024. And it's really interesting to see the number of books I have collected over that period of time. Now, some of the books I have purchased, some were gifted to me, and I am a little disappointed to say that I have not colored in all of them. But let us get through the collection, and I'm also gonna share with you my favorite books, and I'll also share with you reasons I have not started in some of the books. All right, let us get straight into it. So we're gonna start with this bold and easy illustration, and please note that the books that I show you were not purchased in any particular order. I'm actually showing you them randomly. I can't remember in what order each book was purchased, so to make things easier, I'm actually going by the size of each of the books. All right, so let us get straight into it. All right, so I recall purchasing this book in October, because this would have been for my Halloween challenge month, and I decided to do this one, or to get this book, because I noticed that some of the illustrations I colored were a little too intricate, and these illustrations are they're bold, as you can see, and pretty easy to color. And I use this book as my practice book for my markers. I got some water-based markers, which I'm not even quite certain how to use them just yet. I'm still climbing that learning curve. And I also use this with my alcohol markers. All right, so that reminds me, I'm also going to do a review of my 2024 coloring tools collection. All right, so for those of you who might be interested in knowing what tools I use, in the next video I will share everything with you. All right, now these illustrations, I just open a book so you can see what the illustrations look like, and I think these are pretty good for beginners, and this is what I've been doing so far with the alcohol markers, as you can see. And I'm not really impressed with most of them, but I like this. I did this one recently, and this. All right, I'm not gonna do a flip through of the books. I was just showing you an example of what the illustrations look like. Then this is another book I purchased. I don't remember when I got this one. This is a Thomas Kinkade book, and what I like about this book is that there's an illustration on the left, so it gives you an idea of what your illustration should look like when you're done with it. I have not colored any of the pages as yet. I find it's pretty intimidating, and honestly I just do not know where to start with it. So if you guys have any idea of how to start with that book, you can always share in the comments below. Then I have this one, Maria Trolls Universe, and I like her illustrations. These are pretty small, and you know, they're pretty easy to color. And I also, one of the things I like about this too is the paper thickness, and I have only done a few pages in this book, and I think I did this one in December, and you'd have seen this on my channel. Yeah, so So that's basically it. I haven't done much in this book, and I have not decided yet if I'm gonna get any more Marie Rose books as yet. And I purchased this too, Mythographic Mythical Beasts, and this is a relatively new book. And what I noticed with the Mythographic series is that they feature various artists, and this illustrator is Veronica Kolinska. And this book does not have the hidden objects. I think the first one I got from Mythographic has hidden objects, and I'm not into hidden objects, really. I think it interferes with the whole process. But anyway, this is actually one of the books that I have not colored anything in as yet as well. And I think part of the reason I have not colored this as yet is because I'm just a little intimidated by the images. I just don't know where to start. And if you haven't noticed, I really prefer coloring things that look realistic. And everything there just looks mythical. Alright, so this one now is Mythographic Color and Discover. So this one actually has the hidden objects, and this is also one of the books I have not started anything in as yet. And I feel the same way about this. I just don't know where to start. It's very intricate. And I also have some watercolor pencils, and because these pages are single-sided, I was thinking that I could try the watercolor pencils, and I just haven't done so yet because of fear of how it will turn out. Yeah, that little bastard fear. Right, and this is actually the first Mythographic book I got. I think I only have 2 Mythographic books, and of course both of them I have not colored anything in as yet. And then I also got this book, World of Flowers by Johanna Basfeld. This is another book I have not started yet. I got this book because I wanted to learn how to color flowers. And these books have a lot of detail. I don't know if I'm a big Johanna Basfeld fan. I really don't know if I am. But yeah, this is another book that I have not started yet. And then of course, then we have Beauty of Horror. This is another book I would have gotten during October, and this would have been for my Halloween challenge month, Beauty of Horror. And honestly, when I got this book, I really was a little scared because I have been coloring more visually friendly things, meaning that they didn't look scary. And I just thought that I'd probably have some hiccups with this, but this book is really growing on me. And I've done really just 2 illustrations from this book, but I realized that I'm excited to color more. And yeah, so this one you would have seen on my channel as well, along with where is the zombie? Well, I'm gonna do a video with all the pages that I've colored for 2024 so that you can look at my progress. And we're gonna move on to the next book. Now, Kirby Razanes is also one of my favorite illustrators, and yes, his books have a lot of detail, and I do like detail. And this, I think I've only done 2 illustrations from this. Yeah, and yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I started this, not quite finished with it as yet, so this is a work in progress. And yeah, and I did this, so you would have seen this on my channel. All right, and I'm not even counting, but when I'm done I'll give you a count of all the books I would have gotten between April and December of 2024. Now this now is a book by Melpomene Chatzipandikitu, and I really like her illustrations, and I've done a couple from this. This is what, Circle of Life. I've done a couple from this, and what I like about her illustrations that they're small and you can complete them within a few hours. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of details, but yeah, these are nice. Alright, and then I have another book by Melpa Menichance Panagito, and this is Enchanted Earth. Yep, Enchanted Earth. And I think, I'm not certain how many illustrations I've done from this, but I've colored a few. And the same style, you know, pretty small illustrations. I mean, compared to like a Kirby Rosanes. Yeah. But these illustrations are a little bigger than that of Circle of Life. And yeah, I like her work. Then I have another Johanna Basford. This is Rooms of Wonder, and I think this is probably one of the first books I got. And I would have purchased this because when you look at all the YouTube channels that focus on adult coloring, you notice that Rooms of Wonder is one of the popular books. And I was curious to see if I could, you know, color some of these items, these inanimate objects. And I'm realizing I'm really a big fan of inanimate objects. But anyway, I'm gonna challenge myself and try and do more from these books. And another thing that I do like with the Johanna Basford books is that these illustrations are small, and most times you can complete them within a few hours or so. They don't take the entire day like a Kirby Rosanes, right? So here we go now. So we have Fragile World by Kirby. And this is also one of my favorite books because you all know I like coloring nature. And I have probably maybe around 4 or 5 illustrations from this. And the pages are, yeah, pretty detailed, pretty big. But yeah. This is a good book. And I have this one. I got this one too last year, Johanna Basford. And I've colored probably 2 from this. Yeah, I think I've done 2 from this. Alright. And one more Kirby Rosanes. Lordy. I think I probably have 3 Kirby Rosanes and 3 Johanna Basford. And I have 2 from Alan Roberts. So this one now is a Mythic World. And the Mythic World would be... probably it's gonna have been a part of the second batch of books I bought in 2024. And I have a couple pages that I've colored here. And I think this would have been featured in my mythical creature challenge month. I don't know which month that was, but you know, y'all can check my channel for that. Yeah, so I think this is probably the last Kirby Rosanes book. And then now we have this Alan Robert book, and I would have gotten this in October because I would have used this for my Halloween challenge month, right? And I've only done 1 illustration from this. I didn't turn out too badly. Yeah, this page. Yeah. And I have, how many more books left? I have 3 more books left. So I have this book. I got this as a gift, right? I haven't completed any pages from this as yet, right? But I plan to do so very soon. And I got this book, which I should have colored in for Christmas, but I just was not inspired to do so. I mean, I looked at some of the images, and this kind of reminds me of the mythographic books. These little details, and boy, oh boy, it's just intimidating for me. Even though I've done Kirby Rosanes books, I still find those other books pretty intimidating. Then this would have been my very first book. I remember this is my very first book that I got when I started adult coloring, right? And in April 2024, that is. And I think this is the book that really determined if I would continue any further in adult coloring. And yeah, so I use this book as a practice book too, because I'm not too fond of the Amazon paper. Yeah, I mean, it's alright, but yeah, I'm not too fond of the Amazon paper. So let's move on to the next book. And right, and then I got this one, Express Yourself. So this book, no, Express Yourself. mindfulness coloring book. I'm not certain who the illustrator is, but I haven't done any pages in this, and this is what the book looks like. I have not done a flip through of this as yet, because normally I do a flip through when I'm going to color a page, and for some strange reason I'm just not inspired by this. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. So let us do a count of all the books that I acquired between April 2024 and December 2024. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, wow, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, wow, 17, 18, 19, almost 20. Wow. Yep, so that's my 2024 coloring book collection. And if you want to know what's the best book for a beginner, I say start with something simple. And not only that, look at the flip throughs of various books that you might see on Amazon or other sites, and select books that you think you would enjoy coloring. And normally what I start with is the cost. Look at the cost. So start with some inexpensive ones and see how you do with those, and then you can decide if you want to purchase more adult coloring books. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.